อยู่ละ. Welcome back to another episode. Today we are actually going live. I talked about this in our last video, and I wanted to see how many people were interested in this. Some people have said that they would like to do it. I thought it was pretty cool. It gives me a chance to talk with you guys at home. Hopefully, we'll get some people who will be coming on, and let's see if we get some people to join us. Live chats now in session. We've got 3 folks right now. Please let me know who you are. Forgive me, I'm a rookie at this, and I'm trying it to see for the first time what it's like to be able to chat with you guys. So here we go. We've got Austin. Austin, welcome to Let's Roll Out, man. Our first, well, it's not our first live chat, but Clay, how you doing, man? How you doing? Nice to have you. Definitely nice to have you. It's great to see you guys going to be joining me. I hope more people come on that we can get a chance to talk. Clay is in Boston, and yes, it's always nice to have you, buddy. Always nice to have you. So I'm just trying this out because I always like to hear from our viewers. It's so important for me, and this gives me a chance to actually respond to you right away. So let's see who else will come on. Who else is going to join us on the live chat? I tried my best to get a post out there, but it didn't work out as I planned, so that more people will know about the live chat. And but I'm here anyway, so hopefully some more people will join us, and we can have a chat. Now, please leave us your questions. So here we got Clay. Clay, we've got the Range Rover SVR. We've got an SVR that is sitting waiting to be filmed right now. Right here in Toronto, it's if you're out doing stuff that you're not supposed to and you get caught, well, not essential, and you get caught, you can get upwards of $750 fine. It can go up to $1,000, and at least from this is what I heard. So for us, we're staying home. We're not doing any filming right now, but we have that vehicle waiting for us. We've got some other cars, people who are interested, who likes the show, who wants to feature their vehicle, and this is something that we always encourage. We encourage it. If you like Let's Roll Out, you want to be on the show, we want to talk with you, man. We want to have that opportunity to share your love to the world. We don't discriminate. Whoever you are, you love cars, contact us. Our information is always in the about section. So remember, just leave your questions there for me, and we'll see how best we can answer them. So we've got Terrell. Terrell, how you doing, my man? Welcome to Let's Roll Out. This is a name that I haven't seen before. So are you a new subscriber to the channel? Please let me know. Yeah. See, right now I'm just sitting back in my room because, of course, I'm sure wherever you guys are around the world, you guys are in quarantine, just like me. We can't go out. We are not allowed to do things like we always do. It says here, so Claire's got a question for me. Maybe you should do some more shows working with your own vehicles. Actually, I wanted to do that. I wanted to do a show on my M6 because there's things that I like and things that I don't like on that car. Something that drives me nuts. And even though it's a beautiful ride, I love it, but it's not perfect. I wanted to do it, and I wanted to get my spoiler put on as well. I wanted to put that carbon fiber spoiler on the back, just to make it look a little bit more aggressive, and yeah, so I thought of doing that, but I just did the show where I compared the M6 against the 850. So I didn't want to just come back and do and do another show on the M6. Well, one of the things that well, that car is hardly used, and one of the things that I thought wasn't cool, man, it's like I drove that car for 7,000 kilometers in a year, and believe it or not, the front seats are deteriorating already, and I was just shocked by that. Like it's hardly used. It's hardly used. And to see that the color of the seat is being removed in certain areas, I thought that was like, come on, BMW. Like, are you serious? Only used for 7,000 Ks and it's losing its color. I thought, gosh, man, that is poor. That is poor. It says merino leather. Yes, it's supposed to be softer, but my God, 7,000 Ks in a year and you deteriorating like that so quickly. That wasn't cool for me. There was something else that drives me really nuts with that car is you have to push button start, right? And if you are in, like you've come back, you might be sitting on your driveway, you might be playing some music or something. Because he has a keyless system, the keys are in your pocket. If the vehicle is not in park, and I would push the button to lock the door, you're like, brap, brap. It's to tell me that I'm not in park. But it's an electronic system, and I found like this was really ridiculous because if I'm in drive and I open the doors, it will automatically put the vehicle in neutral. It's an electronic system, right? So it will do that. Why can't it do that if I lock the door, just put it in park? I have to open back the door, go inside and push the start button again just to put it into park, and then I can lock the doors. Like if I'm locking the doors, that means I'm done with the car. I'm finished. Put it in park for me. You know what I mean? At least you can do that. And that's one of the things that, yeah, I don't like it. I thought it wasn't, it's something small, something that they could have just done. You know, if they're doing it with a drive and putting it back in neutral, if I open a door, simply just put it in park because I hit the lock button. Yeah. It gets me all the time, and I get nuts when I see it. Yeah. Any more questions? We've got let's see here. Who else is on? Well, I'm using my phone, by the way. I wanted to go out and buy some more equipment to do the live chat, but a lot of folks did not. Because I asked in the last show, if you guys would like to do a live chat, please let me know in the comment section. And we've got only a few people that said yes, they'd be interested in doing a live chat. I know there was Carlo, there was Julian. He's one that has been a diehard viewer of Let's Roll Out, and I always give you a shout out. Clay, you have been a diehard viewer of our channel, and I can tell you, man, I really appreciate the support. It's really cool. You guys are always there. What you don't like, you tell me. What you like, you tell me. And remember, I'm here simply because of you guys. When you guys offer your comments and your criticism, I like it because remember, if I want to grow with you guys, I want to be able to hit that 1 million subscribers and that 2 million subscribers like everyone else. And I want to hear from you guys. I want to know what you think. If you think I sucked at a video, tell me. I want to know. I really want to know. So, yeah, I really wished I had the opportunity to let more people know about the live chat before it came up. But you know, let's see here who else we've got online. It said someone else came on the live chat. For whatever reason, it hasn't showed up here as yet who they might be. But welcome to Let's Roll Out. We're doing a live chat. So please get into the comment section and let us know what questions you've got. It's a live show, so I can do this right now. We've got Miss Lapa saying aloha. Hi, how you doing? Nice to have you join us. Well, we've got here saying, I have to tell you, I got bored with both the sixes. Yes, yes, Clay, we've been talking, and you got bored with your six? Oh my God! Wow, that surprised me. I think one of the things that really gets me is I don't get a chance to unleash the car, and I feel so restricted because it's a fast vehicle. It's a fast vehicle, and from the time you touch the gas, you're at the speed limit and over like that. It is so quick. It is so quick, and I get so nervous because I have a lot to lose. You know, so much of what I do. Hey, CD from Norway, how you doing, man? Nice to have you. Nice to have you. Unleash it. During the time. Oh, I know, but I can tell you, these cops are just they got so many hiding places. So it's like when we've got Licia Johnson. Hey, welcome to Let's Roll Out. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, I wanna unleash the car. I tell you, it's like itching me. I'm like this, but as soon as I touch the gas, I keep on thinking to myself, it's like, hey, Julian, welcome to Let's Roll Out, man. Welcome to the live chat. That is so cool. Yeah. Let's see here. What we've got now. The questions are coming through so fast. Yeah, they know how to hide, and they catch you. And let me tell you something. And here in Canada, if you're caught doing 50 kilometers over the speed limit, you lose your car. You lose your car. It gets impounded. You get a fine. They keep your car for, I think it's like a month or something like that. If I'm wrong, please don't quote me, but I think it's something like that. You lose your car for a month. You got to pay the storage fees to keep it for a month. You got to pay the fine that they're going to lick you with. Your license gets suspended. So it's like, it's so much, man. And we got those windy back roads where we film all the time. And it's really, really cool to be there. And it's, it's just, when I want to do it, I feel scared because I have a lot to lose. I have a lot to lose. My show is riding on it. And guys, I do have a full-time job that I work at night. Many people don't know that. And my job depends on my license as well. So if I don't have my license for my job, I lose the show. I lose my job. I lose, well, everything else around you is binded to your job. So you lose so much you lose at once. So it's scary, man. It's tempting. Yeah. I think most of the time when I would do it is like if I'm getting onto an on ramp, I would just drop on the M mode, of course, to release all that power, and then I would load up to get onto the highway. So by the time I'm on the highway, I hit the brakes and slow back down. But that's the only time I get to really see this raw. The car is sick. It is so sick and it is so brutal. The acceleration is good. Um, the V10. Now, what I can say about the V10 M6 is that I love the sound. It's simply the best sound from any BMW, at least in my opinion. There ain't nothing that sounds as good as that car. My M6 is great, but it doesn't come nowhere close to what it's like in that V10. And but it has a lot of problems. The bearings and stuff like that, it's just people have blown engines. So many of them have blown engines and stuff like that, where the rod bearings just disintegrates and then your engine's done. And so it had a lot of problems. It had a lot of problems, and I don't know. I don't know. You still see some of them on the road. I have one of these guys that I used to knew at the BMW dealership where I used to work. He has one, and I love it. I tell him let's feature it on the show, but I don't know. He hasn't got around to it yet. Maybe he's too busy. You know, the V10 M5 sales right now. Let's get you back on Auto Trader in Mississauga for, yeah, yeah. It's cheap. It's cheap because you know what? People know that they're problematic. They've got their issues, and they're worried. They're worried about what's going to happen, and they're not cheap to fix. A lot of you know that BMWs are not cheap to fix. So it's a questionable thing when you decide to make that jump or to get it. But when you hear one pass you, like for me, when it goes by me in a car, I'm like this. Like I get excited. I get so excited when I see or hear a sound from anywhere. Like says, what do you think about rebuild cars? Um, I don't know. I don't know. Each car, the thing about used vehicles, every one of them are unique in their own way. It depends on how much a person has put in. Like if it's just a quick turnaround just to get the car up and running, you never know. If you rebuild the car, you put all your parts together, you know what you're putting in there, well, then maybe. But unless it's like a really reputable place that's rebuilding your engine or upgrading it, yeah, you might want to take a chance. But for me, I'd rather not do it. Some rebuilders will give you warranties, but I've had instances where I've had things rebuilt on cars, and the warranty will last just good enough to get you past that, and then it breaks again. So some of these guys, they know exactly how to do what to keep you coming back. So it's like, yeah, I wouldn't trust it. All of my cars are used, all of them. Like my M6, brand new before taxes, that car is $161,000. And if you wait 2 years, that car drops tremendously. Like I paid for my M6, I think it was $105,000, taxes in and everything. So 161 before taxes, and after 3 years, mine was 3 years, I got it, and it was 105,000 taxes in. So you lose a lot. So you can get your great car, and it only had 34,000 kilometers on it when I bought it. So it's still new to me, and 34,000 Ks on a Beamer is still very very good. So I didn't mind. All my cars, my 650 was used, my 550 was used. I've never owned a brand new car yet. I've never owned a brand new car. And again, I'm a little guy. Now I've been blessed. I gotta say, I've been blessed to have a lot of things, and but I never see it necessary to buy a new car because it loses too much in the first 3 years. So buy it after the 3 years, and you're good. Nobody doesn't know that you bought your car used. It still looks exceptional. So that's what I would say. Unless you roll it, well then roll. Yeah. Let's see what else we've got. Dan, you can buy them now through. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like buying a new car, unless you got money, just doesn't make sense. Like some people, I've heard people say this, and this is like guys who are not rich. They'll be like, "Oh, I want to be the first one driving it. I don't want nobody else driving my car." I'm like, you are paying an extra, sometimes depending on the vehicle you buy, 20, $30,000, just so you alone know that you were the only driver. The only way someone else is gonna know that is if they take it to the DMV, and then they see, oh yeah, there was one prior owner. That's what you're paying your extra money for. You're in your car, it looks good going down the road. Yeah. Let me see here. So we've got used cars are on. Yeah, that's right, Julian. Used car is the way to go. You don't want to be wasting your money buying a brand new car unless you got it like that. And all my cars are used. My 550, I bought it after 3 years. And that car, I paid, I think it was $85,000 for it. Yeah, 88. Yeah, it was eight. It's about $85,000 I paid for my 550, and now the 650 was, shit. How much was the 650? I can't even remember how much. I think the 650 was close, was with taxes in and financing and everything. I think it was about close to, I think it was more than the 550. But I can't remember exactly how much it was when I bought that. Yeah. So, but they're good. SK, what's going on? Welcome to Let's Roll Out, man. What you've got here? What's your depreciation for your used car to so many years? Um, I went on Auto Trader just a few days ago, and I saw an M6 like mine. Well, actually, no, it wasn't like mine because mine is the ultimate package. It gets the extra power and stuff. But I see a 2016 M6, which was it was 70,000. They had for 72. They had for 65,000 and stuff like that. So and the kilometers were like 52,000 something, and that one was 65. And there was one for 42,000 Ks, and that one was, I think, was like 70 or something like that. So, and I think those are like the normal 560 horsepower one. But yeah, that's it there. Like, so I'm guessing mine should be maybe 70, 72. It only has 43,000 on it. So I bought it, it's gonna be 2 years in October since I have it. And from then I put on literally 10,000 Ks. It hardly gets driven. It's like, because again, I have so many other vehicles, so it's not one that gets piled up. When the summer comes, I ride my motorcycle a lot, and riding the motorcycle, guys, my cars are great, but I can tell you, if you get a chance to buy yourself a cruiser, if you're like that, please buy it. My cars are awesome, but it does not compare to the bike. Like, they're in two different worlds, and it's so freaky. It's so nice to ride, man. And so between the 550, the motorcycle, my M6, I separate them. I separate them, and all of them pretty much gets like between 10,000, or let's say no, from 7,000 to 15,000 Ks a year. And yeah, because I divide them up, and yeah, so your cars, man, can't wait for the summer to come around to really enjoy it. Oh, I tell you, man. Yeah, yeah. It's a summer car, and what I really like about it, I like the color. Do you watch the straight pipes? Yes, I do. I do watch the straight pipes. I think there are guys out of Ontario here as well. I think they do a really good job. It'd be nice to collaborate with them. If they could see the show and say, "Hey, man, this looks like a cool enough guy," to get some exposure. Because I can tell you guys one thing that happened to me. I remember Let's Roll Out took my 650 show and they put it on the front page. And what happened after was phenomenal. I think it was in a week, in 2.5 weeks, we went from, who was to join us? New Jersey. Yeah. It's a swing bro from New Jersey. Hey, welcome to Let's Roll Out, man. Um, what's your impression about the 2016 EF? Oh, nice. It's a very torquey engine. It has good enough power. The E is always been an elegant car. It's a nice blend between a sporty piece that I love the way the windows go down, and it just gives you that nice open feel. It's really cool. The engine has been around for a long time. It's strong. It has the 5.5 liter. I think it's the twin turbo original stock. I think it's like 402 horsepower, something like that. But they're capable of so much, of ECU tuned. If you guys watch my show where I did the comparison between my 650 and the CLS, Leslie, how you doing? Welcome to Let's Roll Out. And the CLS 550, the guy took the same 5.5 turbocharged, which was had only 402 horsepower, and they boosted up all the way to 500 and I think it was 77 horsepower. So they're capable of so much. So it's a nice car. It looks good. The engines are very reliable. They've been around for a good while. Yeah. So the E500 is a nice piece. I did the E550 show, and what made me start Let's Roll Out? Good question. I like that. What made me start Let's Roll Out is because I've always been around cars. I've always been around cars from since I was young. I remembered I always wanted to be a driver. I wanted to learn everything about them. Anything about cars, I was in. Like I used to sell them. I used to sell cars for years. And I remember I give you an experience of what I used to do when I dealt with all my customers. I used to take them on test drives that blow their minds because I believe in having a car that is just it's meant to be an extension of you. And if you're a certain kind of driver, I loved it. If you like a car that really performs well, accelerates corners and stuff, I used this is what I used to do when I was at BMW. I would take I would ask my customers, are you a cruiser or are you a driver? Do you like to enjoy your car? If you tell me you're a driver, what I used to do is I tell them, let me drive the car first. All right. And they're like, huh? I'm like, yes. Let me show you what your car is capable of. And when we're done, you will drive your car after that. Right? And I tell you, many times I did not have to like go through, hey man, you need to really buy this car because it's this. I take you on the road and I show you what your car can do. And when they come back, I tell you many times, like my boss, when I was doing sales, he was like, I don't know how you do it. But when I closed a deal, it was a person who believed in their car when they're done because they had such a nice drive. For me, it was all about the drive, and driving cars is what I love doing. So for me, when I originally started Let's Roll Out, or the what was behind the drive to start Let's Roll Out, it was I wanted to get the opportunity to drive cars that I know I will not own. I know I may not ever get the chance to own. So when I started it so happened because of my contacts in the automotive industry through the dealerships, because I worked at Chrysler, GM, BMW. So like because of that, like I had the opportunity now to continue enjoying cars because I would go by the dealership and they'd be like, hey man, look what I got today. I'm like, yes, throw me the keys. And I go drive it. It was like that. The guys over at Scarsview Chrysler, they were amazing. Like the boss would call me up, guess what I got today? A Lamborghini, right? And he would say, oh, I'm like, yeah, I'm there. I'm coming. Because he knows how much I love cars. So when I started Let's Roll Out, it was for that. It was to get an opportunity just to drive these exotic, amazing vehicles. So Leslie, I appreciate your question. I hope that answers it. But that was the drive for me. I wanted to get an opportunity to drive it. And to talk about cars is something that I'm very passionate about. So, because I have the mechanic background, I have the sales background, I have because I was able to get to drive so many, a lot of people will contact me and say, hey, what do you think of this car? So, and I'll be like, okay, you know what? Stay away from that one. This one's good. That one, it has these issues, stuff like that. So look out for it. And I answer questions in the comment section as well, where I tell people, get yourself an inspection done. It will save you a lot. If you're buying any used car, pay the $100, $200 and get yourself a complete inspection done where they check the bore, they check the compression, everything like that, making sure everything's good. So that's what I would say for anyone who's buying a used car. And let's see what else we got. I like the Maserati Gran Turismo too. I can't decide between them. Okay, Carlo, what's going on, man? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, the Maserati. We did the Maserati back. We did one, the Ghibli, back in 2017. Was one of our first shows. Now, what I can tell you about Maseratis, they are freaking amazing sounding vehicles. Really, really good. Like, if you watch my 2015 Ghibli show, you would see like what you saw on screen is exactly what this car was doing. And for me, I don't put on a show. If it's good, you're gonna know it because, hey, when it sounds nice and it feels good, you guys know on screen because I tell you exactly what it is. But the Maserati has not had a good reputation. Back then, like when we looked at the Ghibli, if you had the doors closed and you looked, you could have seen the paint on the outside, like in between the cracks of the door. The build quality was terrible. We spoke to the owner of that car, and he was like, you know what? I will never, ever, ever, ever buy another Maserati again. Now, this is just from what he told me from his ownership. Again, we only get the vehicles for a short time. He was like, he drive down the road and he says the vehicle shut off. Just cut off, everything cut off. Just go down the 401, the highway. And it just cut off. He left the vehicle and it just like a week, come back, everything's dead. Wouldn't start, boosted, nothing. Had to take it back to the dealership. He says he's had so much problem with that Maserati that he would never, ever buy one again. Now, when we did the Levante GTS, that was a really, really, really cool car to drive. It was stupid fast. Like the acceleration was just, you hit it, boom, it was gone. It was so good. It was so quick. It was awesome to drive it. The higher the speed, of course, it starts to taper off because it's a bigger vehicle, but the turbo kicks really, really nice. The build quality too has improved tremendously over time. But I don't know if Maserati's history is really holding them back right now. Because like we did that show, and I can tell you, I think the show only had like about 300 views. Because even though I thought it was a great show, and what do you guys think of the Maserati show? You thought it was good? Even though it was cool, it doesn't seem to have the demand like other vehicles, so they have to work hard. Let's see here. Carlo is asking, what are newer Ferraris better than Maserati? Believe it or not, like I've watched a few Ferrari videos and guys like Vehicle Virgin. Vehicle Virgin is a very popular show. I'm sure a lot of you know it. And like he has is a Aperta, and his Aperta was just the Aperta was just having problems nonstop. I think daily driven exotics as well. Like these guys have the Ferraris and stuff, and like he has my favorite car. Like my favorite car is actually the A12 Superfast. I have it up on my screen. It's behind this, but they're having problems with their cars. I remember when Vehicle Virgins had his Lamborghini. Like he beat the living shit out of that thing, and it just stood. It took it. He boosted the power. It took it. It didn't break. It seems like they just don't have that kind of reliability like the other supercars, like McLarens or like Lamborghini. Ferrari, even though Ferrari is my favorite car, I don't own it yet, but I don't know if they have that kind of reliability. They seem, at least from the few people that I saw, they seem to have issues with them. What do you think of the used Aston Martin, like a 2007 V Advantage? The one thing that I see with Aston Martin, and I can't understand it, is they depreciate like a bullet. They depreciate like a bullet. And the V8 now, sound-wise, it's great. You'll save a good amount of money by buying one because they depreciate. And what too as well is that people will not know that you pay far less than what it used to cost with an Aston Martin. They just know Aston Martin. Like, yeah, damn, bro, you must be rolling. But they lose their value really, really quick. What do you think of the new Supra? The rave has been going on about the Supra. It looks good. It looks good. The power is definitely there. And what is really cool about it, it seems to have the potential for so much. So much power that you can get out of these new turbocharged motors. And I think that's one of the big reasons why Toyota went with the BMW engine, because it's so capable. The straight six is so smooth and it just revs. And it's just really, really nice. Um, Supras are cool. I don't really care myself. Uh, it's based on a BMW. It is, but again, they're trying to save money. Um, the 458, yes, CD. That thing, you just want to hold the gears because it's a naturally aspirated motor and it just revs and revs out. And because it's not interrupted by the turbos, it sounds phenomenal. I love the 458 for that. The My A12 Superfast too as well, naturally aspirated V12. The 458 is V8. But yeah, it's just really really cool to just rev that sucker out and listen. For me, if I ever get to drive that, huh, I think my cheeks are gonna be hurting because I'm gonna be laughing so much. Because yeah, I'm stimulated by sound. Sound plays such a big part in any vehicle. You know, the Teslas I drove them. Again, they're sick. They're fast. They're able to do so much, but they're great. But as soon as you leave the emptiness of no sound and back into a nice V8, it's like, yeah, like this is where you want to be, you know. So what the McLaren, well, that MP412C has not kept its value like the other McLarens, like with the ones that are here now. For whatever reason, it was one of the early vehicles, and it had issues. They've from what I've seen online, the it just never seemed to be able to hold its value like any of the other vehicles that came after it. So if you like that, prepare yourself. Maybe you might have some issues, but I'm not so versed with them in terms of like, you know, getting into the full internals and to tell you, because I haven't had that many experiences with them. But they lose their value. So if you like one, you want to say, hey, I drive a McLaren, you might want to get something like that because they just die like a bullet. Uh, so what we got here, Carla, do you think the I wanted the 458 and the 812, do you think, yeah, like a healthy, deeper tone to the American muscle cars? You know what? To be honest, I'll take. Okay, now let me think about that one. Carlo, Carlo's asking us between the V8 of the American muscle cars compared to the 812 Superfast and the 458s. Which one would you choose? Okay, when I think of, let's say, the Charger, the Hellcat, it's a supercharge. It has its own character, and it's so good. The Hellcats are amazing, and they get such a wicked rumble. Now, let's say when I compare the Audi turbocharged V8s and stuff like that, they got a deep sound to it. Now it's okay, but when you hear a 458 or an 812, I think yeah, they beat it. They beat it because these sounds, because they're higher pitched, they travel further. They travel further, and it's just, I think they're meant to grab attention, and they grab attention more. The deeper sound doesn't seem to carry as far, I find, and I guess you might be able to fly under the radar a little bit better with the V8s because you can hear an 812 if the RPMs are at 8,000, and I would say like, geez, a half a mile away you'll hear it just, you know it's coming. What? You know it's coming. And if you like attention, 812 it is. 812 it is. The 458 it is. It's just, you know, I like it. Ever been to the F? No, I have not. I have not. I always wanted to go. My friends go every year. And but it comes down many times to scheduling. In the past, there was like I used to be running shows like once a week. I used to have the shows once a week. I think I remember one of your comments, Julian, where you said it's great to see that we're having shows back once a week. Production is heavy, heavy, heavy when we produce a show once a week. See, because my show is not just a case of where you just mount a camera inside and I just go at it. There's so much filming involved for each one of our shows. It takes so long. And when you come back to get the team to sit down to edit, it takes a really long time. It was very demanding. I didn't have the time. And on top of it, I work at night. I know some of you may see my my things below my eyes because I'm double dipping. I work at night and I film in the day. And so this is why you would see that. Hopefully you guys will be able to, hey, share my shows, guys. I would love to be able to do this alone rather than my night shift and my Let's Rely show. So what I would say for you guys, hey man, all your friends and family on social media, when what we've seen on Let's Roll Out is that when people start to see Let's Roll Out, people subscribe, people come back, and this is what will allow us to grow. So for you guys at home, please share the shows. Let people know about it. Let people see it, because when they see it, they enjoy it. And I don't fake it. I do not fake it. If it suck, yeah, I'll let you know. If I know the cars suck, sometimes I just wouldn't feature it because I don't I would hate to bring a car on and it's just yeah, it's not that good. Uh, like for me, it's all about excitement. It's about getting you to enjoy it through me when I do the shows. That's what it's for. I like that. I want something that stimulates me. I don't want something that I just drive around. Oh, it's great. Oh, the steering wheel is really nice. No, it's not happening. I'd rather have something that is exciting. That cars are about emotion. So one thing about you is your serenity. Okay, sincerity yeah, I love it because you know what, cars triggers the emotions, and for me, yeah, I just need to hear an exhaust, and I'm in. I'm in. I'm like, it sounds good. I'm in. So we've got here the 2011 335. The 335 engine, they brought it out back in 2007. So by the time it got to 2011, a lot of the bugs have been worked out. So in the initial stages, they had wastegate issue. They had the turbos were giving tremendous amount of problems. But by 2011, it's pretty sorted, and it's pretty good. I love the smoothness of that engine. The sound, they're starting to make it a little bit better now. I think in the 440 and the 340, it sounds phenomenal. I like that. In the M4, I think it sucked. I don't understand what they try to do. It sucked. But if you guys disagree with me, let me know. But yeah, it's great. It's a powerful engine, and again, just an ECU tune, and guys are chilling at 460 horsepower. Yeah. So we've got, is it Max? So it's a MAAK. All right. Hey Mac, how you doing? Can you talk about the certified pre-owned versus the black market? No, I'll tell you this. BMW has stepped out of that where they got this certified pre-owned. They're selling you aftermarket warranties. That's what BMW is doing. It's no longer the case where you buy a vehicle, it's a BMW warranty, and you drive in. Unfortunately, it's freaking sad because for me, I bought my vehicles from BMW for the BMW warranty. Anytime something went wrong, I drove in, they gave me a car, I drove out. They call me, sir, your car is done. There's no cutting corners. You get BMW part, labor, everything. Some warranties, they had like a $50 deductible, which was like nothing. But now they are selling you aftermarket warranties at BMW. So don't get it twisted. And I've talked to techs at BMW that tell me the horror stories of people who have bought the warranty, something went wrong with their vehicle, and the vehicle's been at the dealership for a month waiting approval. So don't get it twisted. They are selling you aftermarket warranties. It's no longer the case like how it used to be back in the day. So yeah, the 2009 328 E90 sedan. That's what you drive. I actually own one of those. I think that car is buttery smooth, CD. Like that vehicle is really, really good. Now they've got some you might get where it's not the head gasket, it's like the rocker cover gasket. You get some leaks and stuff there. You may run into issues like where the coils will go, but that is maintenance. But driving that car, when I go from my 550 into my 328, it's like I'm like I love driving this car. It doesn't have the torque like my 50 or my M's and stuff, but it just has this really smooth acceleration. And yes, you can hear the engine wind up. And even when it winds up, it is so smooth. It is so smooth. I featured my 328, and it was great. It was great. German cars, British cars. I haven't had much experience with the British cars. But the Germans, yes, I've had a lot of experience with the Germans. They're built for high speed. They're built to unleash, and they are super stable at high speeds. That's one of the things that I actually love about the German cars. It's I give you my experience why I bought my first BMW. This guy at the dealership, what he did, he took me onto the highway, and we went out to a very deserted stretch. And he goes to me, he goes, drive. I was just, I think I just turned 24. I was a young cat. It was the 535, the E34, and I unleashed it, right? So that's what got me in the BMW. When I unleashed it, I'm telling you, Carlo, well, there you go. I'm answering the question right now. What was my first BMW? It was the E34 535. I put it into sports mode because that was the automatic that I couldn't find the manual. And I put it into sports mode. I remember at 190, forgive me, at 190, it shifted from, I think it was, it went into, I think it's into fourth. It went into fourth at 190. I was done. I was like, when it goes into fourth at 190, I was like, it's my car. Deal's over. So he did that to me, and he was also an inspiration to why I did my test drives the way I did, because I let the car talk to you. I let the car show you what it's capable of. I let the car be the person that says, hey, I belong to you. We need to make a deal. Yeah. So that's what made me bought my 535. And ever since then, I was stuck with BMWs because not many cars drive like them. For the money that you pay for a BMW, you get a really, really, really good car. It's capable of a lot. Some may have their issues while some may not, but you get what you pay for. Like I've had situations where I had to slam on the brakes to save myself from an accident, and I can tell you, they perform really, really well. Do you think BMWs are better than Mercedes? Now that's a perspective question where it's like it all depends on what you like. It comes down to personal taste. If you like a vehicle that cruises very well, it has a softer ride. A Mercedes is the way to go, hands down. If you are a driver, then a BMW is the way to go. The handling characteristics is phenomenal. Now, it's not taken away from Mercedes. Mercedes also handles very well. but they're more tailored towards a softer ride, and that ampers its capabilities and stuff in the corners. Take a look at my E550 video that I did, CD, and tell me what you think. Like, that car genuinely surprised me when we tossed it in the back roads. It was really, really good because I remember when I finished, because I drive and I film, and when I'm done, I was like, I'm pleasantly surprised by this thing. It was good. It was good. So if you like a softer ride, Mercedes for you. If you like a car that handles tremendously well, at BMW. What I find also, Mercedes will shield you more from what's going on outside. So like that when you accelerate, that torque, that push, that what you feel, you get that it's more muted in the Mercedes. In the BMW, whatever they do, they're able to transfer that inside. When I had my 650 and the CLS, both cars accelerate really, really well. But the BMW did a better job of making you feel that more. Whatever they do it really well to get you triggered on the inside. Like when you feel that torque for whatever reason, it comes inside a lot better. So that's what I would say about the Mercedes and the between the Mercedes and the BMW. Enjoy spirit and engage in driving over smooth. I enjoy. Okay. So then a BMW is for you. Yeah. A BMW is for you, CD. You know what I mean? Um, Porsche. Porsche is the next step up from BMW. Because if you enjoy the drive of a BMW, then the only thing above that now, because when you compare it to, let's say, the Audi, Audi is trying to blend between a Mercedes and a BMW to give you sporty driving, but still on a softer feel. When we did the SQ5, like if you compare that between the X3 and the G for Mercedes, like the SQ5 drove really, really well. It isolates you from what's going on outside and it feels like a car, but it's a little softer. BMW is a little bit firmer. So if you are a female who are looking for an SUV that has that blend nicely between a smooth ride in a Mercedes and that rougher ride in a BMW, you would go with the Audi. So the newest 911. Oh my God, that car, 650 horsepower out of that 3.8 liter turbo, all-wheel drive. My God, 2.8 seconds. Carlo, that 911 is sick. It is so sick. Like, I think it is just wow. I'm blown that what these guys are able to get out of these motors, man. And having that motor sitting over the back wheels, yes, launch is phenomenal. One of the things that they've hampers them, but they've been improving it tremendously, is that because all of the weight is over the back, you have a little bit of an understeer. And they've been working really hard to change that. And from what I'm getting is that it's coming along a far way. And yeah, their steering is really, really good. But when pushed heavily, you get a little bit of understeer because of where the weight is located. Um, yeah, it is a sick car, and they do minor tweaks, but my gosh. So I think what was I forgot the stats when it comes to the 911 there. There was something I was remembering, but I lost my train of thought with that one too. But it's awesome. It's really, really good. I don't have. You don't have the skill to take it. I think if you should ever own one, you'll work yourself up to it. I had the opportunity to go to the racetrack when I featured the 1,000 horsepower Camaro 1LE. That one, I had it was in that one, and I also had the opportunity to enjoy the Dodge Viper ACR. The guy, like, I guess he wanted to try to scare me a lot in the ACR, and he was going as fast as he can, right? And I was recording it. I'm like, I think he's trying to scare me. I think he's trying to scare me. But trust me, he couldn't, because like my thing for speed is high. My threshold for speed is very, very high. And yeah, the car was phenomenal to drive, to be in. I didn't drive the ACR on the track. But he couldn't get me to shift. I was not scared. I knew what the car was capable of, and he pushed it really hard. It was a nice experience. So yeah, the yeah, the Camaro. That guy. What was his name? Oh, I'm blanking on his name right now. He's a great guy though. If you go watch that show too as well, it's there where we took it out onto the track of Mo Sport Racetrack where we did that car, and it was pretty cool. It was a really really nice day. It was the second time we went back, because the first time the car died before we even got filming, and the second time around it did better. Yeah, so it's pretty nice, man. It's cool. I like the V8s. Um, how do you think the M cars compare to Mercedes AMGs? Now, Mercedes AMGs. What would I say? It comes down to the same thing, like I said before. I driven the CLS 63S AMG. I featured that car on the show as well. They do such a phenomenal job of isolating you from what's going on outside, in terms of they mute the feel. It's so insulated that it cuts the sound. So when you want to enjoy it, you got to drop the windows. Now BMW pipe sound into the car. It enhances the audible stimulation a bit, but you still feel it more. You still feel it more on the inside. The rawness of the car is transferred to you, the driver, better than in the Mercedes. Now, I may say that's better, but for the other person, may say that, hey, it's smoother in the Mercedes. So it comes down to perspective. For me, AMG over M. I would take my M6 over the CLS AMG any day. Any day. Now, the GT AMG, well, 63, the four door. Oh, I will take that. If I had to stack the two against my M6 and the GT, on the inside of the GT, it's a tough battle to choose between those two cars, my M6 and AMG GT 63. I think they're very, very close. The all-wheel drive is nice, and you can turn them off, so that's great. It's a tough choice, I would say. They're both damn good, man. It comes down to personal choice. That's what I would say. The Miss Lapa says, nah, BMW all the way. So yeah, everyone got their choice, what they like, but it's personal. It's personal. It comes down to what you enjoy, and what triggers you. Yeah, Miss Lapa is a BMW girl. So blasphemy. No AMG 63. AMG is super. Yeah, it is. It is. The AMG GT63 is really, really nice, Carlo. I enjoy it. I went, I saw it. I haven't had the opportunity to drive it yet, but I looked at comparisons what they did on CarWow when they did, of course they do the accelerations and stuff like that. And the AMG GT63 was just bogging every time. It couldn't launch properly, and he was getting his ass kicked. So the BMW, the M5, the 8 series, it just jumps, and it was gone, and it beat the AMG GT63 every time. So yeah. Yeah, so well, Miss Lapa likes the AMG GT63 as well. It looks good. It looks good, but if I had to choose, I'll still choose the BMW. They haven't done enough. And from a driving standpoint, for what I like to feel the cars. Yeah, I would take the BMW any day. Um, what other questions do we have? So we've got, wow, yeah. Car wow, it all depends. Like they do the drag races because people like it. Actually, the drag races, I'd really put them on the map because about a year to a year and a quarter, they were at 400 and something thousand subscribers, and now they're over 3 million because of the drag race shows that they do. But they also do in-depth reviews, and I think they do good enough, good job. This is here. Do you go to the auto show? Yes, I do. I have gone to the auto show. I didn't produce any shows from it for this year because when we did the car shows, it somehow it didn't get the amount of response and viewership that we thought it would. So we didn't do shows from it. A lot of the shows now carries vehicles that are already on the road here in Toronto. You'll see some exotic cars and stuff, but yeah, I've gone to them. Matt Watson. That's a weird compliment. Matt Watson does have a lot of speckles and stuff on his face. He doesn't have that smooth skin. But you know what? For what it's worth, he's doing something that a lot of people love. And if you see when he releases his shows, within a space of a few days, they're within close to 1 million views. So he's doing something right. I watch his shows. I do watch his show as well. Uh, Now that he's getting higher up there, I think he's starting to relax a lot more. And for some people, it works. For some, it might not. But I think on a whole, he's doing a good job. He's doing good enough because a lot of people love it. He's extremely successful, yes, and I can only wish for that. But in time, and from you guys, I think it'll make a huge difference for what happens to my show. It all comes down to you guys. You guys gotta share it, like it, comment, and the biggest thing that is the most important part, and I don't know how many of you, it's all about watch time. Some people will click onto the shows and they say, "Oh yeah, we give you a view," and they click off. By you doing that, you're actually hurting the YouTuber. It's better not to look at their show. The biggest thing is watch time. If you're able to stay with the show for the longest period or stay for the full show, that's what helped YouTube to determine should we send this to other people. So if you guys are clicking on and clicking off, you're actually hurting me. So please don't do that. If you want to see Let's Roll Out grow, you got to stay the duration and you got to share it and you got to thumbs up and comment. If you enjoy it, let us know. Wow, this show has gone over an hour. It's great. It's great to be able to talk to you guys. It's now an hour and 3 minutes, and it's awesome. Carlo, you are one of my greatest supporters. I thank you. Julian, you're another one of my awesome supporters. CD, I've seen a few of your comments on our show. When did you join us? When did you start watching Let's Roll Out? If I can ask. Miss Lapa, she has been a diehard supporter as well. I think Leslie has left us. Alicia has left us. But we're all. I'm grateful to all of you who watch, who comment, who share the show, and I just want to say thank you. It's great to be able to do this. Now the show is going to be up there if you are at this point in the show when it's uploaded fully. That means you'll spend over an hour with us. If you want to see us do this more, let us know. Because of our production, we may not be able to do this behind the scenes because when we're filming, we're changing. One show may take us through 4 different locations to film. And when we're going from place to place, we may not be able to do this live and to give you behind the scenes. We would love to, but it makes it very difficult. And with a production, it's like we got multiple cars out there because we got to get the drive and follow shots, the drone shots, the flyby shots, the zoom, the drone. It is so much. It is so much. And our production takes a long time. And if you guys love it, please share it so others can come to enjoy it. This is all I ask. Share it, share it, share it so other people see it. Our experience has been when they see it, they like it, they subscribe. From our last show where it was at, I think it was 4,700 subscribers. Give me 1 second. I think we're now at, we've gotten another 70 subscribers from since our last show. So people who see the show will subscribe. So please share it. Here, CD is back. I don't know, but you make amazing videos, and I will continue to watch them. Hey, CD, I appreciate that. Please share them out so other people will see it. I simply do it because I love it. I really, really do. I do it because Abbas, how are you? I hope I pronounced that right. I think you've just joined us. Yeah, I've actually replied to one of your comments on my show, and I remember because I try to reply individually to each comment, and I make sure to address everyone by their names and your name that you've put on your YouTube. So Abbas, yes, I do remember replying to you in the past. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's really cool. Thanks for joining me. I guess you just came on now, and yeah, thank you for having your channel, Elton. Always sharing. I appreciate that, Carlo. I appreciate that, and I'm gonna keep on trying to do my best to bring you exciting shows and to make them fun, to make them nice. There's not a lot of people that do it like me. Many of our viewers have said that, which tells me that you appreciate how we do it. So what you see here now, a lot of you is what you see online on my show, because this is how I am. A lot of times, I'm a 98% positive person, so I'm always smiling and I'm always in a happy place. So this is what you guys are getting. And if something stimulates me, like I said before, you will know. You will know. You differentiate yourself well from other car YouTubers. I try. And the biggest thing for what I try to do, I be real to me. Why I do that is because if I try to mimic or do like someone else, eventually that's going to change. And if you guys were my viewers from before and you start to see where it changes, then I wasn't being authentic. And for me, it's very important to be real, and that's why I'm always like this. At my job, people ask me why you always smiling. I'm very humbled by the comments and by what people say, but I'm a very humble person by heart, and I enjoy life from the smallest things. So for me, I'm always appreciative. And for that, that's why I will always be smiling, because I usually say something where I say, as long as you are above 6, your day is great. And that's how I live. That's how I live. And as long as I'm alive, the day can only get better from there. And that's the mindset that I carry with everything that I do. And yeah, so it gives me reason to smile and, make it good every day. Make it good every day. It's inspirational for sure. Hey, well, if I'm able to do that, well, then that's great. We can impact people. We can impact people with our lives. And the thing is that for you, stay true to yourself. Be good to your fellow man. Be good, because there's enough bad in the world. We need more smiling faces. And if you produce a smiling face onto a person that is serious towards you, watch how much of a difference it makes. Because if he's pissed off at you and you go pissed off too, it just makes it, you're just doubling up. But trust me, if he's pissed off, and you give them a smile, say, hey, what's up? It brings it down. It makes our world a better place. So the more I smile, the more I laugh. I know for many of you, when I start to laugh, I know a lot of you at home start to do it as well because I've seen it in the comments. Because yeah, I've had a guy. I think I had a comment where the guy said I sound like a chimpanzee because I go that laugh when sometimes they're like, oh my god, this guy's crazy, this guy's nuts. But that's just me. That's just who I am. That I'm a happy-go-lucky guy, and I enjoy life every single day. And I'm glad that I can impact you guys at home, and you guys are enjoying the show. And yeah, you know what? I've been doing this, and I can tell you right now, I could talk with you guys forever. Um, our show has gone over an hour and 10 minutes. It's actually the longest show on Let's Roll On. Period. Wow. But again, yeah, you got to be true to yourself. Be true to yourself always, always, always. And and find things that would impact your life in a positive way and stay there. Keep yourself there and don't lock on to negativity because negativity will always bring you down. Negativity will always affect your mood and change you. The happier you are, the healthier you are. And it affects so many parts of you as well. So, like for me, I would say for you guys, hey, smile as much as you can. If there's sad things happening around you, tune into Dave Chappelle. Right? Tune into Dave Chappelle and just laugh. It brings you back. It changes the whole dynamics of your body. So yeah, man. Hey. Yeah, Coach Felix. I'm just telling you what I live by. That's what I do, Carlo. Man, listening to Elton giving out the life coach lessons. I'm not giving anything. I'm just telling you how I live. I'm just telling you how I live. And that's what I choose to do. Yeah, Chris Rock too. These are funny guys. You want to watch things that will make you laugh, make you smile, and stay there. Stay there. And when you're happy, you'll watch how everything around you changes. Um, People are more willing to be around you. People are more willing to help you. People are more willing to gravitate towards you when you have a smiling face. And I don't know if it's just not that many in the world. But first of all, you got to be happy with who you are. And then, it makes a huge difference that when you're happy inside, it shows on the outside. And that's what happens to me every day. Guys, I don't want to wrap this up, but it's very, very long. And yeah, it's an hour and 13 minutes now that we've been on air. If you've been with me from the past, I appreciate you. It's great to see that you can be here with me and interact with me on a live basis. Carlo, you've been here, I think, the longest, more than anyone. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. And by God's grace, I'll be able to see some of you in person one day, wherever you are. Carlo, I know you are in California, right? California, you said you are. And I think one day, I'm going to come see you. I promise you that. Make Let's Roll Out big that I'll be able to film from all parts of the world. And when I'm in your city, please, I want you to come out. I want you to come, say it. And Abbas, where are you located, my man? Where are you reaching out to us from? Oregon. Haha. There we go. That's cool. So we've got Carlo in California and Abbas in Oregon. Nice to meet you, my man. Nice to meet you, my man. Hopefully YouTube will do it where you'll be able to see the person you're talking to every once in a while. Maybe that'd be nice if they keep on improving the way they do. And guys, I think I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it a day with this live chat. I totally enjoyed it. It was great. It was great. And next time I'm doing one, I'll try to put up an advance notice so that more of our viewers will be able to see that we're gonna have one, and we can have more of an interactive live session. I love it. I enjoyed it. It was great, great, great to have you. Austin, you were here. I think you have left. Um, you have been a fantastic supporter of our show as well. I thank you. I thank you so much. I know you're a car guy, and that's great to see. Um, yeah. Yes, Carlo. I'm like, when Let's Roll Out kickoff, I'm telling you, I'm a man of my word. And if I say I'm gonna do something, please remind me. Say, Alton, you remember that live show you did during the quarantine of the coronavirus? You said you're coming to check me. So I expect you to hold me to it. And I'm telling you, I'm a man of my word. I will keep it, and I will come see you. I'm gonna come check you out. We're gonna hang out. I don't drink, but we could go hang out and go have ourselves a Sprite. Right? So yeah, guys, it was great. It was fantastic. I thank you. Love you guys, man. I do this out of love. So it's good to see that you guys are enjoying it as well. All right. Have yourself a beautiful day. Let's see here. Live chat. You know what? And that's it. See y'all later, guys.